Okay, so Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is a game that has been confirmed to be coming out sometime in early 2024 on a date that has yet to be revealed. And this is supposed to be the sequel of the Final Fantasy VII remake that we got. Um, I believe that came out back in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. And basically, this game I think is going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. And because of that, some people are a bit, worried about how well like this game is going to do in terms of sales. I mean, Final Fantasy VII Remake did pretty well in terms of sales, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is going to be something completely new. But at the same time, it seems like Square Enix is doing everything they can to milk the hell out of Final Fantasy VII, and why wouldn't they do that? Because it's the most popular installment or like the most iconic installment in the entire series, and I still feel like Final Fantasy VII is going to do a big number because as it currently stands, 2024 doesn't seem like it's going to be a big year in relation to high profile video game release in comparison to like 2023. And I do feel that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth could definitely shine out next year. But the thing is, as far as pre-orders are concerned, that's something that has basically been all over the web like recently. I feel like for the most part, pre-orders for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is, I think it's fair, but at the same time, there are some people who feel like it's unfair because they feel like it's too expensive because the standard edition for the pre-order of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is $70. And the thing is, we have no idea whether or not there's going to be like a digital like edition or anything like that, but the standard edition is $70. We still have no idea what the official cover artwork for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is going to look like. But basically, you could basically do the pre-orders online. You can do it at Best Buy and probably Walmart and other retailers like that. And honestly, I do feel that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is something that. I mean, at this point, it has the potential to be slightly more interesting than Final Fantasy 16, which is a game that ended up being way better than it had any business being. But at the same time, Final Fantasy VII is still a big name, and honestly, Square Enix is going to do everything they can to make as much of a profit off of it as they possibly can before they decide to move forward or to do any other. Spin-offs or any other remakes or anything like that. And a lot of people can't wait to see the release of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And as far as its overall like appeal to casuals are concerned, I'm not exactly sure whether or not this game is going to appeal to casuals as much as Final Fantasy 16. And the reason why Final Fantasy 16 is probably more appealing is because people have been waiting for that game to be released since Final Fantasy 15 came out, which I believe was 2016. A lot of people didn't know Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth was coming out. It's kind of a pleasant surprise, but at the same time, there are some people who are sick to death of remakes of old games, even though they're very nice, and it's something that a lot of people don't see coming. So I do feel that Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth has the potential to shine in 2024. Probably would have been cooler if it came out like around the holiday season because it most likely would have sold more, but it is what it is. So, for those who are interested in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth when it comes out early next year, you can pre-order it now on various websites. You can probably do it on the PlayStation, online store, and if you're willing to pay $70 for the standard edition, then go for it. But at the same time, we really do not know what to expect from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, except for the fact that it's most likely going to be like somewhat of a carbon copy of Final Fantasy VII Remake, but with a different story and slightly different, abilities and characters and all that stuff. So, we're just gonna have to wait and see what Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is going to look like when it's released early in 2024.